Este tema se lo quiero dedicar a mi buen amigo Don Juan Purga.
Best player of the tournament for me has been Neymar.
Quite a few questions being asked about just how good he was.
He had the weight of a nation on his shoulders.
A lot was said about his struggles coming into the tournament itself, but he scored in every group game. He really lit up Brazil at the right times.
For the first time in his career, he really delivered on the big stage.
But with his through balls, his assists, his goal scoring, he's proven without a shadow of a doubt ahead of his move to Barcelona that he can cut it against top level opposition.
He, for me, has been by a mile the best player in the tournament.
And he really has lifted this country.
Undoubtedly, the best goal of the tournament came from Neymar. His 1-0 strike against Mexico in this building was absolutely fantastic.
The ball was swung in from the right-hand side. I think it was Dani Alves, took a touch off Fred's shoulder. And Neymar watched the ball come out of the sky and he lashed a left-footed volley behind the Mexican goalkeeper into the corner. Brilliant goal.
Goal of the tournament has to be Diego Forlan for Uruguay against Nigeria in Salvador. Luis Suarez makes a break down the right, has a bit of space inside him, whereas feeds Cavani, whose first time touch is perfect for Forlan, straight beyond Neymar, completely unstoppable shot.
Best match, it just has to be Italy against Japan, 4-3 to the Italians. I mean, the game had everything.
Comedy defending, but also some great goals, some real intrepid attacking play. And it also showed that Japan under Alberto Zaccheroni can now mix it against top-level European opposition.
Best match of the tournament has to be Brazil against Italy. Offensive firepower at its best from both teams. Neymar, Joe, Paulinho, Hulk, all of these guys were at their best. There was controversy, a goal that should have been disallowed that was eventually allowed.
But that second half in particular just had everybody completely captivated.
My coach of the tournament is Luis Felipe Scolari. Now, after the 2011 Copa America and the disappointment at the Olympics, Brazil were pretty much in disarray. But Luis Felipe Scolari stepped in pretty much at the last minute to galvanise this team.
He's picked his best 11 and he's got no shame in saying he knows now what his best team is and how he wants them to play. Maybe it's not the prettiest football that you'd want as a Brazilian from the Brazil team, but it's more than functional and they've got results, and it's built around Neymar, who is by far and away their best player and one of the stars of world football. And they're looking good for next year, and I think Scolari, he's already won the World Cup, he knows how to do it, and I think he's really getting everything together now.
I'm going to go for Xavi of Spain. I mean, the standards that he's set over the last, 5 to 8 years, I mean, he's one of the greatest, probably in my top 3 centre midfielders of all time. But I think this Confederations Cup is just, might just be the beginning of the end for Xavi.
Flop of the tournament for me, sorry Tahiti, it's you. It's a fantastic fairy tale, a wonderful story, but no team that bad should be playing at a competition this important, this prestigious, and one that's hyped up this much by FIFA. You can't be losing 10-0, 8-0. FIFA, don't bother with a team from Oceania next time if what you're going to give us is Tahiti.
The flop of the tournament has to go to the entire Italy defence during that Group A campaign. Never before had an Italy side conceded 8 goals in a group stage, and it started badly and got worse.
My flop of the tournament, Iker Casillas. Earlier on in the season, when Jose Mourinho dropped Casillas in favour of Diego Lopez at Real Madrid, people thought that it was a personal vendetta and Mourinho was out of his mind. But I think this tournament has shown that there's some question marks now over Casillas and his capability to continue to lead the Spain team at a top level.
We've got to go for Andrea Pirlo's free kick for Italy in their opener against Mexico. I mean, there was a big build-up to the game. It was Pirlo's 100th cap, and what a way to crown, your 100 appearances to score such an incredible goal. Free kick, trademark Pirlo, 30 yards out, top corner. Just a genius. What a player.
My moment of the tournament isn't any one particular moment as such. It's more the atmosphere that was created by the supporters and by the Brazilian public around the tournament. We saw protests almost in every city over basic infrastructure, and some attention needs to be paid to the issues also by FIFA before the tournament kicks off proper next year. Otherwise, we're going to see the same thing again.
Having been in Brasilia for the first game when they played against Japan, I knew that it'd be a great experience just hearing the Brazilian national anthem again. But when the crowd continued after the band had stopped, it was just magnificent. The goosebumps really got going, and it just showed that at a time where there's a lot of unrest in the country, everyone was really together, everyone singing "I'm a Brazilian and proud," and it was just magnificent stuff.